All right, you guys, Happy New Year and welcome to Spark It Up Sports, your one-stop shop for all things football and all things marijuana.
I'm Big Steve.
And I'm Johnny.
We're coming to you from our home studio in Pacific Beach, California. Welcome to episode 23, the New Year's extravaganza.
2025, here we come.
Gonna be our fucking year, baby. All right, topics for this week. We got the NFL Week 17 review. The playoff picture is definitely taking form as of now.
Last week of football regular season.
One more week and it's over. I can't believe we're fucking there, dude. It's like, it's exciting but very depressing at the same time.
It's come, it's gone.
Like, fuck, we got a month and a half left and then we're off to the UFL or some shit like that.
Hey,
so
Battlehawks, baby.
right. The college football, the quarterfinals are coming up. There's 2 more days. We're recording on Monday, so the games are going to be coming up the next 2 days. Next episode, we'll do a review of those.
Let's fucking go,
Yeah,
Boise State,
it's gonna be
baby.
fucking awesome.
Ride 'em to the final.
Woo, to the final. Then we're going to do our NFL Week 18 preview for the upcoming week. Every team plays. There's no Thursday night, no Monday night. They're all on 2 on Saturday. The rest are on Sunday. So,
Like we said, last week of the NFL season.
yeah, and there's records to be broken. So we got some players to keep an eye on. Records were broken this last week. So
Players playing for bonuses in their contracts.
Right,
Guys
so-
are going to get fed the ball
Hell
20,
yeah.
30 times. Saquon, some players might play, some players might not play.
Yeah, Saquon might break the record, but we don't know if he's going to play. So we'll find out on Sunday to see what happens with that.
All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
NFL Week 17 recap. We were blessed with 2 games on Christmas Day this year. They were both on Netflix. First game was Chiefs at Steelers. Chiefs win this one 29-10. The Chiefs cruise past the Steelers. Steelers are reeling. They've lost 3 straight. After the game, Andy Reid dressed up as Santa Claus gives the good news to the team. They got home field advantage for the playoffs, which, if you know the Chiefs, the last 4 years, they have home field advantage, and that's huge for them.
Pretty funny how quick he was able to get into that Santa suit after
Is he
the
a fucking model? Andy Reid supermodel? Like in and out,
Sideline.
just boom. I did see somewhere that it said he had an elf for some help. So bless that elf because he's doing God's work on Christmas Day, getting Andy Reid in a Santa outfit.
Patty Mahomes, 29 for 38 on the day, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 8 receptions, 84 yards, and 1 TD. His 77th scoring reception of Kelce's career breaks a franchise record. Tony Gonzalez's record.
Yeah, and I feel like Kelsey's starting to put it on towards the end of the year. Like, we didn't really see much about him. I do think with the addition of Hollywood Brown back in the lineup, it just opens everything up for him. So.
Absolutely. Ended up celebrating that with a famous dunk on the goalpost, just like Tony did
Oh,
back
yeah,
in the
he
day.
took the flag, but it was worth it to, pay homage to that other great tight end, Chiefs tight end, too. So
Chiefs had a very good past 11 days, winning all 3 games. The Steelers had a complete opposite, very tough past 11 days.
complete opposite.
Losses to the Eagles, Ravens, and Chiefs. Very tough.
To their
way.
credit, like that is like the 3 of the best teams in the league. So
The gauntlet.
the
Absolutely.
gauntlet. And honestly, if they came away with 1 win, it'd be all right. But to lose all 3, not good. So
Tough way to go into playoffs.
yeah, they're reeling right now.
And final note on that, Kansas City definitely looking like they have the best wide receiver room in the league now with Hollywood.
Yeah,
Brown
they're
back.
looking pretty good for sure. They look like a different team with him. He just
Absolutely.
takes the top end, and with Andy Reid offense, you need that guy to take that top end off.
One of the
him.
funniest things is back in the day, Mahomes doesn't really have receivers. Now he's got an abundance of receivers.
Yeah, now he's good to go for sure.
All right, next game on Christmas Day was the 1:30 game, Ravens at Texans, 31-2. This game was a bummer.
Yeah, I mean it was an absolute blowout.
Better performance, was it Beyonce or was it Lamar?
Shit.
Definitely Lamar.
I mean, Beyonce's got titties, so I'm taking her all day. But
Lamar Jackson breaks the NFL career rushing record for quarterbacks in this win over Houston. Goes 10 for 15, 168 yards with 2 TDs.
he had a 48-yard rush for a touchdown and his career best 21.25 miles per hour, which means that dude was flying down the field. And he's a quarterback.
After the game, he says, "I was jogging."
Yeah, I was just cruising, quick little jog.
Ravens end up clinching their 3rd straight playoff berth and win the division with a win over Cleveland next week.
Yeah, Derrick Henry also had a good game. He had 27 rush yards, 27 rush for 147 yards, 1 TD. He's out there balling. And the week before, the running backs didn't have a good game. This week, the running backs are back, and they are performing again.
Texans' only points in this game was a safety in the first half where they actually chopped Derrick Henry in the end zone.
Good for them.
That's
but
their
that's
only.
it. That's all they did. That's all they did.
She wrote.
All day. All right, the Thursday night game, Amazon Prime, Seahawks at Bears, was hands down the worst game of the season, 3-6. Williams finally threw an INT to end the game. I think he had 120 passing yards. The weather wasn't a factor. Seahawks had 7 sacks. It was abysmal. Bears suck. Can't wait to get this season over with, and that's where I stand right now.
Tough day to be a Bears fan.
Dog, it's been a tough 10 weeks. Tough day. Tough life. Chargers at Patriots. Chargers completely dominate this one. This week, there were a lot of bad fucking games. Like blowout games. A lot of 40-10, 40-7, whatever. Bad games. Chargers came to play. You knew they would come to play, I feel like. Harbaugh has appeared in the playoffs 4 out of his 5 years as a coach in the NFL. That is very impressive. Each time he's taken over a team, that first year, they have a winning record after he gets in there. So he knows what the hell he's doing.
He's a nut, but he's definitely a good coach.
Yeah, he loves football. He knows football. And what better spot than be a head football coach? Herbert had another good game, 26 for 38, 281 yards, 3 TDs. Him and Harbaugh together, great combination. Love to see it. He becomes a third player in NFL history with at least 3,000 passing yards and 20 TDs in this first 5 seasons. So pair him up with a good coach. The future's really bright out there.
Lad McConkey adds 2 TDs, breaks 1,000 yards for his rookie season.
He's out there balling, dude.
Absolutely.
White boy balling.
JK.
The white boys are making a comeback this year. Fucking the dude from
the new NFL,
Atlanta.
the Great White Hope.
Oh, man.
J.K. Dobbins comes off injured reserve this week. Rushes 19 times, 76 yards, 1 touchdown for him. Drake May gets cracked early in this game. Passes concussion test.
I was surprised to see him come back in.
Right?
I did not think he was going to pass that test.
And New England now holds the first pick in the NFL draft. So New England, you are on the clock.
It's going to be a wild draft because there's really only 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Was it 2 last year?
Cam Ward.
It was a 5 quarterback draft. This year, not so much.
Cam Ward and Shador. And it looks like one of them is going to Tennessee.
They got the second pick?
They got the second pick.
Oh, man, 1-2.
I mean, unless somebody trades into number 1.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. How much are people going to give up after what the Panthers gave up? Like, our team's going to be willing to do that anymore?
Plus, there's a lot of veteran quarterbacks available. I mean, they might not be looking towards the draft anymore.
Yeah, but you're going to have to pay way more with a veteran than you are with a rookie.
Correct.
Because Sam Darnold, he's going to 30 mil, like maybe 35. Who knows? He's
played himself into a 30 mil.
Right? Trusting himself like our boy Kirk, huh?
All right, Broncos at Bengals, probably the best game of the Saturday, 24-30 overtime win for the Bengals.
Yeah, and I think this was top 3 game of the week. It was a very competitive game, and the fact that the Bengals are just staying alive, winning 4 in a row, and the Broncos just can't get over that hump to like clinch it and steal it and get in there. So, I mean, I've been on Joe Burrow this whole year. He's awesome to watch. He's crushing it. I'm glad they have a chance to make the playoffs. I do want to see him get in there. And they balled out. He was 39 for 49, 412 yards, and 3 TDs.
Continuing his MVP push.
Right?
I mean,
and listen to this one. He has at least 250 yards and 3 passing TDs in 8 straight games, which is an NFL record. He's building on his own record. So he already broke it, and he keeps breaking it each week. He goes after that. So
8 straight games.
8 straight games. Yeah. 3 TDs in all those games. But like we said, he's got balling ass receivers. This is the best receiving core in the league, I feel like, just because they've been in it and they're like, you're losing T. Higgins to someone. He's getting fucking paid. He's franchised this year. So, but their numbers were T. Higgins, 11 receptions, 131 yards, 3 TDs, and Jamar Chase had 9 receptions for 102 yards. So all the TDs went to T this week, but Jamar still had 100 out there.
T. Higgins ends up being that star Lamar in overtime hauls in the long pass to set them up for his game-winning touchdown.
He was he just got on the ball all game, I felt like.
Broncos are still alive for the playoff hunt. They do need to win next week and a Cincinnati loss in order for them to get in.
Yeah. But, since he needs someone else to lose,
Miami.
too. Yeah, so, since he needs a lot of help,
Yeah.
Miami needs a little help, and then the Broncos winning their in.
Winning their in.
Broncos are set up next week.
Mm-hmm.
You win, you're in. End of story. Go get that dub.
Great way to play.
Go get that dub.
Win and in.
All right, after that, we have Cardinals at Rams. Witherspoon makes the interception at the very end of the game. I don't know if you saw it or not.
I
to
did.
seal it. It was great. He held the shit out of that ball. It didn't budge once it hit the ground. Kyler Williams. Wait, what's his name?
Kyron Williams.
No, what's the fucking Cardinals?
Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah, Kyler Murray, absolute trash. That one wasn't his fault, but it's still a pick.
Yep.
Still a pick. They lose the game. Was it 4 in a row they've lost?
4 in a row. 321 yards for him. 2 late game interceptions. Puka Nacua, 129 yards receiving for him. And Kyron Williams with the only offensive touchdown of the game.
Yeah. And I think the Rams are locked in now.
Rams are
they're in. They don't need to go to Seattle for a win next week to get in. So
They are in.
you love to see these teams getting in when they don't even have to play. They played Saturday, or they play what day they play? They played Saturday, night. Didn't know if they were in. By the end of the night, Sunday, they were in. Didn't even have to play anymore. So worked out for them.
All right, Sunday. Let's kick it off with the morning games. Raiders at Saints, 25-10 win for the Raiders, and God damn it, we did it again. Brock Bowers
coming.
is a stud, breaking rookie records. Rookie record for tight end receiving yards, 1,144, breaking Mike Ditka's record. Also getting the record for receptions with 106. Aiden O'Connell, legacy game. 2 touchdowns for him. No DC MVP for the Saints. Really fucked it for me. Radler does throw 2 interceptions.
You guys crushed them. 25-10? Poos is texting us all we need to do is lose, and we're right back in it. I was like, Tucker, what? This is the best game you had all year.
Unbelievable. Radler, 2 interceptions, one by Jack Jones, the other by Thomas Harper, currently hold the 8th pick in next year's draft.
Do you want to keep AP?
Not right now.
These wins, do you think they're helping him?
The problem is that with the wins, I think you end up keeping them.
Do you know what this feels like?
It's
Last year? Fucking deja vu, dude. It's I don't know, man. It's weird. Fuck. Only time will tell, too, because I don't know what you guys should do, because,
Well, that's the thing, is that, now, do you really need to replace the coach?
Fuck. No man's land again. We're like we are every year, fucking no man's land.
I just really hope he doesn't fucking sell Crosby to get back into top 2 or something.
Right.
Like that. That's what
I don't think they'll get rid of Crosby. I do think he's there to stay. Hopefully. If he made it through this year without getting traded,
I'm just thinking of what gets you into that top 2, top 3. Max Crosby, I feel, is the only thing we have that gets us into that top 2.
Don't do it.
3.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't. I just know that they would.
I think after what Carolina did, after what the Panthers did, it is going to change the way teams approach it, because it completely ruined their franchise.
Yeah.
Because they gave away so much. So I don't know if anybody is going to be willing to give away that much anymore.
Sacrifice so much for these rookies.
And you don't even know if they're don't even know.
All right, Jets at Bills, 14-40 blowout for the Bills. Bills clinch the AFC number 2 seed with a win.
Josh Allen, another good game, 16 for 27, 182 yards, 2 TDs. And he's the NFL's first player to score 40 touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons, which is insane. 40 touchdowns, 5 years in a row. My man is balling.
Out of the Mountain West, Wyoming.
Yes, sir.
Rodgers becomes the NFL's most sacked quarterback, 568 times, passing Tom Brady at 565.
Yeah. And Caleb Williams is out there I'm a rookie, dude. Hold my beer. I'm going to get all you boys. Watch me. Watch me. He's got like a sixth of the amount of sacks they've had, and they've played for 20 fucking years. He's played for 17 games. He's got like 80 sacks. Like, what the fuck? All right, Bills are monsters. Fuck, whatever. Rodgers got benched in this game. Maybe the first time ever in his career. They were down 40 points. First time ever in his career. He's got to go, dude.
Funny things on social media about them, their organization being ran by the
kids,
owner's
the
teenage
kids.
kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Rodgers getting benched by a teenager.
Yeah, dude. No, Rodgers benched himself, dude. I'm pretty sure Roger was like, yo, who's the backup again? Fuck. Tyrod Taylor. I think once it was like 40, he's like, yo, T, you got this, dude. Like, go get your ass kicked. I'm done.
All right, Titans at Jaguars, 13-20 win for the Jaguars, putting together another win. Mason Rudolph sacked 3 times in a loss. Rookie running back Brian Thomas Jr. will be the piece to build around for Jacksonville. 7 receptions, 91 yards. Mac Jones, 2 TDs. That guy is still trying to win. And Dougie P still has a job. Thought he was going to be done, fired weeks ago.
I thought he was done after the Bears beat him. That's like when I thought it was over. And we haven't won a game since.
And the Titans now hold the 2nd pick and are in very need of a quarterback.
Yep. So they'll either get Cam Ward or we'll see what they do with the number 1. All right. After that, we got Panthers at Buccaneers. Buccaneers win this one 48-14. Another complete domination game. Baker Mayfield absolutely crushing it out there. 5-touchdown game. What?
Guy's putting together amazing stat lines every single week,
Every
week in,
week.
week out.
27 for 32, 359 yards, 5 TDs. I think him and Sam Darnold are both like 1 and 2 in passing. Or not 1 and 2, but they're up there in passing yards. And they were teammates with the Panthers, 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah, like, poor Panthers.
Mike Evans, 8 receptions, 97 yards, 2 TDs for him. Needs only 85 receiving yards next week to tie Hall of Famer Jerry Rice's NFL record of 11 consecutive seasons with 1,000+ receiving yards.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome to see him break that record, even with all his injuries. The one thing to note, though, is it is a 17-game season.
1 extra game.
Which, like, with the rushing record and everything like that, you had to keep in mind. But at the same time, like, Eric Dickerson broke the rushing record, and he had, 3 more games.
Yeah.
Or, 2 more games. So it's like, that's just the way it goes. Eventually, you add games for more or whatever. So, but just keep in mind, there is an extra game with some of these records that we're out here breaking this year.
Bucky Irving, a stud in this game, 120 yards, rushing 1 TD, 4 receptions for 77 yards, 1,000+ yard season for him as a rookie. Carolina sacked 5 times, held to only 39 rush yards in this game, and the Buccaneers now in control of first place in the NFC South.
Yep, they need a win, or they're in it.
They're in.
They're in. Cowboys at Eagles. Terrible game. Eagles win this one 41-7. Saquon Barkley goes over 2,000 yards. He's currently 100 yards behind Eric Dickerson to break that record. 31 rush for 167 yards. Kenny Pickett was out there, but he got smoked, and he did not play any longer. Listen, Tanner McKee, never heard of him before, but he went out there and he was balling, dude. 3 for 4, 54 yards, 2 TDs. Unbelievable.
One of those TDs to Devontae Smith, where Devontae Smith ends up, AJ Brown ends up throwing his ball.
Dude. Big Dom's out there taking care of things. You see that?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Grabs the ball back.
I'm gonna need that ball, dude.
And question for the Eagles is, will they sit Barkley next week against the Giants?
I think the Detroit game has a lot to do with it tonight because they might get a chance at home field. Mm-hmm. But if they don't have a chance, the way Barkley's talking about it is he's not super fixated on breaking records, I don't feel like. I think he'd rather win a Super Bowl. So I think whatever the coach thinks would be best for them to win a Super Bowl is what he'll do.
Yeah.
But
I want to see him out there. I mean, it would be hell
yeah, I want to see him out there. And you're going against the Giants, so you think, of course, that's easy money. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I want him to break the record. I want to see the records broken every year.
I say put him out there for the first half, feed it to him 20 times, get him out of there before halftime, call it a day.
Yeah, just boom, 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 done. Sit him. Don't risk the injury. Literally, once he gets 101 yards, get him out. Just like Cam Ward did, broke the record.
Smart.
Get him out.
Absolutely. Colts at Giants, 33-45.
Giants
win.
are gonna Raider, dude.
Giants snap their 10-game losing streak and unfortunately give up control of the number 1 pick. Drew Lock, 4 TDs and a running for him. Malik Neighbors, 2 TDs for him, 7 receptions, 171 yards. Jonathan Taylor adds 2 TDs. Joe Flacco comes in for an injured Anthony Richardson, throws 2 touchdowns as well as 2 interceptions. Colts had a chance to win this game with 6 minutes on the clock. Neighbors and Tracy become the 3rd pair of rookies, running back and wide receiver, to break 1,000+ yards in the same season.
Malik Neighbors is out there absolutely balling, dude.
Absolutely.
Like, absolutely balling.
With terrible quarterbacks.
With terrible quarterbacks, exactly. It's crazy. Giants went out to a 14-point lead in this game. I was in shock when I looked up and saw them up 14-0. Colts tried their darndest to come back and win, but just couldn't seal the deal at the end. So.
Like I said last week, the Colts will fuck up and lose this game.
Crazy. Fuck. But then you go and win.
I told.
Insane. No one wants the first pick.
Dolphins at Browns, 20-3 win for the Dolphins. Tyler Huntley ends up filling in for the injured Tua.
No head issue. It was not head.
Not head.
It was hip.
Hip.
Not head, hip. So it's all good. He can break his hip as much as he wants. No one cares. Not head. 1
rushing touchdown and 1 passing touchdown for Huntley. Miami needs to win, the Broncos to lose in order to make it into the playoffs. Miles Garrett.
There's 4 games I got to watch next week. That mean a lot.
Miles Garrett celebrating his birthday with 2 sacks on the desk.
Get him out of there, dude. Get him on a contender. Can we get him on a contender? Get him in the playoffs? Games that matter?
Yeah.
All right. After that, we got Packers at Vikings. Vikings win this one 27-25. Sam Darnold legacy game for sure. If you saw the clip, teammates picking him up in the locker room. And for Darnold, he went 33-43, 377, 3 TDs, 1 INT. He's doing it this year. He's got 3 TDs. He is the leader of that team. The way they respond to him in the locker room, what KOC is doing out there is right, and he's got it going on for sure.
Such a good quarterback coach.
It's crazy.
Such a good quarterback coach. Blake Cashman.
Is he the new quarterback whisperer?
I think he is.
Fuck.
Blake Cashman, Viking linebacker, 11 tackles in this game, 1.5 sacks. Love's only touchdown came with 2:18 on the clock, but was not enough to mount a comeback in this game.
Yeah, Packers just ran out of time, I felt like, in this one. They were putting it on strong in the second half, but just not enough time.
All right, Sunday night game, Falcons at Commanders, 24-30 overtime thriller for the Commanders.
This game was awesome.
Great game.
And, once again, what is up with these coaches not knowing how to call fucking timeouts? Seriously, though, the Bears fucked it up. You guys fucked it up. This was atrocious because the kicker can't fucking kick the ball. So if you call timeout, you have 15 to 20 seconds to go 10 more yards and win the game.
Yeah.
Because we've said all year, you go into overtime, you don't win.
You don't know if you're getting the ball back.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Commanders got the ball, and it was fucking game over, dude. So these coaches need to fucking, or whoever's in their ear telling them when to call timeouts, figure this fucking, we know how to call timeouts.
Time to bring out a timeout coach.
You had one.
You have 6 of them.
Maybe that's the problem. Is there's too many people in their ears and they don't they need to just know to call the fucking timeout if you're a head coach.
Yeah.
I think if you're a head coach, you need to know. Don't give it to someone else. Because if I know, the head coach of a football team should fucking know.
It's got to be on the head coaching test.
Yeah.
Zach, let's see. Jaden Daniels ends up hitting Zach Ertz in overtime for the win.
Might be catch of the week.
Might be the catch of the week.
Dude,
Absolutely.
the way he it doesn't touch the ground at all. To win the game too, it was fucking awesome.
Commanders end up clinching a playoff appearance in this game. First time since
the rookies
a long
out there
time.
just balling. It was his 3rd game-winning drive of the season.
Wow.
As a rookie.
127
jealous,
yards
dude.
rushing, 227 yards in the air, 2 TDs, 1 interception for him. Shook off the 10-point deficit at half.
Dog, he's so calm, cool, and collective back there. They get down, he's just ready to go. It doesn't matter. It's fucking awesome.
Atlanta looked really good in the first half. They were in control. Bijan Robinson had 82 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. only had 8 yards for the rest of the game.
Penix throws the interception on the first play of the game. Hilarious. And then do you see Kirko when they're like huddling up and Kirko's kind of on the outside? There's 3 coaches like doing this. Kirk's just like, ain't saying a fucking word, dude. Not
Tough.
today.
Pop-Tart Bowl. Number 18 Iowa State versus number 13 Miami, 42-41
This is a
game.
bowl game.
This is a bowl game.
Not a college football playoff game. So there's a little bit of a difference. These don't matter as much. So,
But Pop-Tart Bowl, special bowl game. Lots of Pop-Tarts in the house.
did you see that huge Pop-Tart?
It was
It was
hilarious.
fucking massive. All the players are eating that shit. I would have dove into that shit for sure. And it was my favorite. The fucking strawberry.
No, this year?
Yeah. Did you
No, it
see
was
that?
cinnamon roll, my man.
Was it?
Yeah, cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll
Damn, it
Pop-Tart.
looks strawberry.
Nah, cinnamon roll. Strawberry was last year.
Bullshit.
Iowa State makes a surprising comeback in this game. Cam Ward goes for 190 yards, 3 TDs in the first half, breaks his record, comes out of the game.
See ya.
They end up losing the game. Iowa State takes advantage, mounts 10-point comeback, and the cinnamon roll Pop-Tart gets cooked.
Got cooked, dude. That thing comes out ready to go. Them dogs are ready to eat.
Number 17 BYU versus number 23 Colorado. The BYU puts together a surprising game, 36-14 win.
I mean, it wasn't even a game.
Wasn't a
at
game?
all. Shador had a great pass to fucking Hunter for a touchdown. Other than that, that's pretty much the only highlight I needed to see.
Throws
I feel
2
like.
interceptions. Hunter 4 receptions, 106 yards in his last appearance in a Colorado uniform.
See ya. He's
On
going
to
to be
the
good in the
NFL.
pros. It'll be fun to watch him for sure.
All right,
Damn, that Boise's 11 now. They're going to get smoked, dude.
I like them with the 11 points.
I just fucking can't do it.
No,
Wow.
with the 11 points, right?
Check the
It's
weather.
too much point. They're
Check
playing,
the weather in Boise.
No, it's a Fiesta
Oh,
Bowl.
it's the Fiesta Bowl.
They're
Oh, it's
playing
in Arizona.
Don't.
Boise's fucked.
Dog, they're gonna run.
Dude, Genti's cooking.
Right?
Penn State, dude. Give me Genti all the way.
Give me Gentile all the
Let's
way.
go.
I just can't do it.
Boise State plus 11.
Care,
Book
Penn
it.
State
I
always
like it.
sucks to a decent team.
This is the same conversation we had last week.
It is.
I know. We're still in the exact same position.
I don't care. I'm still taking Boise.
All right. NFL Week 18 preview.
All right.
Saturday, January 4th. Browns at Ravens. Baltimore
Yeah,
minus
January
18.
4th is NFC or AFC North Day with all AFC North teams playing Browns, Ravens, Bengals, and right?
Yeah, absolutely. I like it.
Is it not?
No, it is.
You looked at me like I was crazy. All right, Saturday, AFC North Day, and if you've been following Hard Knocks, this is your day.
Absolutely.
The culmination of Hard Knocks this Saturday. So I wonder if they did that on purpose. Like,
Very good
that would
fucking
all make
programming.
sense, dude. Not on the hey, way to go HBO, way to go NFL. You figured it out, and so did we.
Good job. Good job. Browns at Bengals to kick it off. Ravens favored in this
Browns
game.
at Ravens to kick it off.
No, Browns at Ravens to kick it off.
AFC North, they're all the same. Who fucking knows, dude?
Baltimore favored by 18 points. Very big spread.
So big.
So big.
So big. Is it too big? Is the
might be
question?
too
Is
big.
it too big?
Might be too big. Browns
And then it's like,
18.
is it big enough? Like, Lamar, Derrick Henry?
Well, they already have their spot. So at what point do they rest?
Right. Yeah. That's too big.
Too big,
Brown-
right? Too big.
Browns plus 18.
Browns plus 18.
Hell yeah.
Bengals at Steelers. Cincinnati minus 1.5. Steelers have lost 3 in a row.
Bengals are hot.
Make
4
it
in a row
4.
they've won. I mean, I like Bengals going into this one, but Steelers are home and they need a bounce back game. I just don't know if they can do it.
It's tough.
I'm going Bengals minus 1.5. Joey Burrow, get him in the playoffs.
I love Joey B. Put him in. All right. Sunday, January 5th. Chargers at Raiders. Legendary matchup. Raiders favored in this game plus 5.5. The draft pick doesn't even fucking matter anymore. So let's just go
Can we
out there
get
and win
3?
this fucking
Can we
game.
get 3 in a row, baby? We're about to have more wins than us. Holy shit. After that, we got Bears at Packers. Bears are 9-point underdogs, and the spread is way
That's a
too
big spread.
close. No, more points. You need more points. Because I think the Packers are going to play everybody.
Yeah.
If, like,
They need, yeah.
yeah. More points. I like Chicago plus 20
Plus
in that
20.
one. Plus 20.
Texans at Titans. Texas plus 1. This game's a toilet bowl. Doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah. Texans don't need the win. They're, yeah.
Titans are trying to lose.
He's about to win, dude. They're about to play Will Levi, and he's about to be like, you
Three
ain't
teams playing
Nah.
themselves out of
Whoever the Titans quarterback is, like, they want to win the game because they know if they lose, they're getting replaced. So, like, they want to win that game bad.
Panthers at Falcons. Atlanta minus 8.5. There are some fucking big spreads this week. This is insane.
None of these games matter, dude. The Falcons, that game does matter for them. It will be interesting to see how Penix plays, too. Mm-hmm. If he, like, has a bounce-back game. They're still in it, kind of, right?
But I think if Tampa Bay wins, I think it's done.
If Tampa Bay loses, because Falcons had the tiebreaker over them.
Okay, so Falcons
Okay,
good. Yeah.
so Tampa Bay
So
has to
Falcons
win.
They're in. Win then.
Falcons
they-
need the win.
yeah.
Yeah, they're going to cover. I do want to see what Penix does this game.
Saints at Bucks. No DC MVP. Baker Mayfield throwing touchdowns. Tampa Bay minus 14. Huge spread. Division game.
Hey, what happened last week? You beat them by 15. You don't think the Bucks are going to beat them by 14?
Tampa Bay minus 14. Well, that's why you just don't know who's sitting in these games. That's the problem.
Right, we're a week away. This is the biggest crapshoot of the year because, like you said, you don't know who the fuck's playing.
Who's playing.
We're 6 days away, so crapshoot, boys.
Seahawks at Rams. Seattle minus 3. Rams are in. Seahawks.
Seahawks are out, Rams
Out.
are in. So who sits, who plays? I would stay away from a lot of these until I know exactly
Real
who's
tough
playing,
to
who's
bet on
not,
these
right?
last week games. Thank God all the fantasy matchups are already done because otherwise you'd be in
Yeah,
trouble.
remember when the fantasy championships were always the last week and it was like all
Disaster.
those people were sitting and shit? Like, not good, not good.
Dolphins at Jets. They need to win to get in, and they need help.
They need to win and they need help. Jets are abysmal, though. I see Miami winning by more than 1 point. Word on the street is Tua's hip is still, like, not well, so I don't know if he's going to be playing again this
Sit him
week.
again.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Broncos. Chiefs plus 9.5 in this game. Broncos favored by 9.5 points.
Chiefs are going to be sitting.
Chiefs are sitting.
They're sitting. Dog, they've been here year in, year out. They know exactly what to do, exactly how to prepare. They've done it 2 years in a row, so do the exact same fucking thing you did. Oh, you got home field again. Everything's the same, so.
So Broncos are playing for a win. Is the 9.5 points too much for the Broncos to cover?
Fuck.
Right? Big spread.
But the games are so different this week. It's like fucking preseason again.
Yeah.
Who's starting, who's not. Like,
Twos versus twos.
right. Ones versus twos, ones versus threes. Like it's a shit show. Shit show this week.
Commanders at Cowboys. Washington's in. Washington minus 3.5.
Yeah, I love Washington minus 3.5. The Cowboys, I think, have thrown in the towel. Because, like, this week, there were so many games that were just so unproportionate. Huge. The winning team, such high scores, 40 and above, 35.
Love Washington.
Yep.
Giants at Eagles. Philadelphia minus 3. Revenge game for Saquon. Will he break the record?
Get him out there first half. Get him with 100 and whatever, 100 yards,
100 yards,
101,
that's all
and
he
then
needs.
get his ass out, dude. In and out. It's good for the NFL, dude, to break these records. Like, huge story. And he's fucking awesome. He doesn't do anything wrong that we know of. Like,
No. Great guy
face
off
for
the field.
NFL.
Great guy on the field.
Yeah.
49ers at Cardinals. San Francisco
Don't
minus
give a
1.
fuck.
Doesn't
Kyler
matter.
Murray will be on Call of Duty all week, so if you want to play for him, now's your time.
Sunday night game.
Game of the
Vikings
week,
at
baby.
Lions. Detroit minus 2.5. Or Vikings plus 2.5.
After what I saw kind of from Detroit tonight, I'm a little nervous about their defense, which, like, it's been the MO the last 4 weeks. It's like they have zero defense. So, and they need the bye to get people back, but if their defense plays this way next week, I just don't think they're going to pull off the win.
Like you said, zero defense. The Lions literally need to go out there and score on every single offensive drive.
Every possession they need to score. If they don't, they're going to be down.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the way it is.
You can't let Sam Darnold go out there and score 5 touchdowns on you.
No. And their defense is just not that good right now. So, just isn't there.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Spark It Up Sports. Thanks for watching. Like, follow, subscribe.
Reminder for our loyal fans out there, podcast released every Thursday. The video can be found on YouTube. Audio can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Let us know what you think of the comments. We're having a lot of good interactions out there. Cole MF Fergie, keep up the good work, dude. Go Bears.
Go Raiders. Big week. Happy New Year.